This is a quick video about how to build the command line version of the Noble Ape simulation and some of the amazing stuff that Bob Mottram has been doing with the command line version. So, let's get started. You'll want to come to the Noble Ape simulation SourceForge page, sourceforge.net, projects/Noble Ape, and you'll want to go to the SPN browse. So the legacy stuff contains all the old code, but as you see here, the sim directory is where you want to go. Scroll down and download a tarball. Download the tarball. Let's create a new folder. And put it in the demo folder. Okay, once that is downloaded, we can leave our Safari environment. We can go to our demo directory, and we can press that. And for some reason it's calling it sim2, but if we look inside, yep, that's what we're looking for with the sim directory. Let's call it sim. So, we then load our terminal, go to, let's just maximize this, go to the desktop, go to the demo, go into the sim directory and run the Linux command. Even though we're using Mac, the Linux command will do what we need to. So we run that, we go up one directory, and with a bit of luck, there will be NA Longterm, which is what we want to run. So, we run NA Longterm, like so, and we are in the long-term run for the Noble Ape simulation. So there are all these different commands. The first thing we probably want to do is set the time interval. So the command is interval, and let's say 2 hours. We can actually set it to a number of different times, so 1 day, interval 4 days, interval 1 minute, but let's make it interesting, let's set it to interval 1 hour. So, we probably want to get a sense of the apes that are in the simulation. This will give us a list of apes. And we can set to watch, let's try Lester Grey King. Okay, watching Lester Grey King. Let's turn logging on. And with a bit of luck, we can step through our intervals. Now, I would imagine Lester Grey King would be asleep, which appears to be the case. So let's wait, let's change the interval space to be slightly different. Let's say 6 hours. Let's step again. So Lester Grey King is consuming energy, sleeping, but not really going anywhere. Wake up and eats a little vegetation. Let's step a bit more. So as you can see, Lester Grey King is just doing general Noble Ape related stuff. Went swimming a while ago, ate some vegetation, not really a lot going on. So it's probably more interesting actually to run the simulation for slightly longer before you start looking at what particular apes are doing. So let's turn logging off, and let's see what other options we have. I think we'd like to run the simulation for maybe 18 hours, let's say that. For some reason the logging is still on. Okay, something to report to Bob Mottram there. But as you can see, Lester Grey King not doing a lot of stuff, I think sleeping currently. It would be nice to know what Lester Grey King was doing. But yeah, it's probably beneficial to see if we can actually turn logging off now. Turn logging off. Let's see which apes are interesting currently. Fabian Scott Wood. Okay, let's watch Fabian Scott Wood. And yeah, I don't think I can do much more at this stage, particularly if the logging isn't. Yep, logging's going to remain on. Oh well, something to report to Bob Mottram, but you can see here that Fabian Scott Wood has slightly more interesting stuff than the previous ape that we were looking at. But let's run for a day. It's probably considerably more interesting. So, as you can see, searching for a mate. It'd be nice to know if Fabian was male or female. My assumption is that this may be actually a gay noble ape interaction. Well, that's one for the books. Mrs. Barlow just sitting beside me. Okay. This could bring a whole new audience to the simulation. Okay. So, anyway, this gives some indication of the kind of stuff that's going on. The longer that you run this, obviously the more interesting interactions that are going to occur. But I just wanted to provide a demo of how to compile in a long term, how easy it was, and the kind of interactions that you get to see. It's not quite as it's not quite as visual as the graphical representation, but it still provides a lot of interesting stuff, and as you can see currently by this demo, there's still a few rough edges. So the more people using this, the more bugs that can be filed, the more stuff that can be fixed, and the nice little look with the view that this will eventually end up in the standard graphics version of the simulation as well, because I think it's a pretty cool feature. Anyway, Tom Bartley in the Bay Area, signing out.